All right, it is November 8th. If we take a look here at salary arbitration, you can see that basically we got everybody that we wanted. Still have not talked to Freddie Galvis recently. I think I'm just going to let him hit free agency and then come back to him a little later. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about him. You can see the minor leaguers that I did not want to bring back: Weber, McGrath, Mazza, and Bryce. They are there. We're not going to bring back any of these guys, so they are still there. Not offering arbitration or bringing any of these guys back, so that's why they are here. So I wanted to come back now because it is the award season, so I figured we would go through the awards. I don't think we won any gold gloves, and we didn't, so here it is in the AL: Means, Perez, Olsen, Lowe, Chapman, Simmons, Hermosillo, Buxton, and Judge. And in the NL, it was Freeland, Kelly, Rizzo, Guillorme. I know I mispronounced that. Guillorme, maybe? I don't know. Probably shouldn't have known that. He is in our division. After all, Arenado, when I say our, I mean the Phillies. Arenado, Baez, Peralta, Bader, and Betts. Let's see here. Reliever in the AL, definitely not us. It was Liam Hendricks, followed by Rogers, Anderson, and Presley. And in the NL, it was Drew Pomeranz. How about that with the Padres? Yates, Diaz, Baez, and Pierce Johnson. In the NL, I think we won a Silver Slugger. Gary Sanchez, Sano, Biggio, Moncada, Lindor, Meadows, Trout, Robert, and JD Martinez. So we did win a Silver Slugger for JD Martinez. And in the NL, it was David Price. Surprising. Barnhart, Freeman, Moustakas, Arenado, Turner, Yelich, Bellinger, and Acuna. No surprises there for the most part. Best rookie in the NL was Gavin Lux. Not surprising, followed by Akiyama, Baez, Patino, Kaiboom, and Hayes. In the AL, it was, no surprise there. That's not too surprising. Maybe if Kirilloff was up for the entire season with the Red Sox, maybe he would have, I don't think he would have won. He might have finished top 3. He definitely would have finished ahead of Mountcastle. But in any case, what else do we need? Best manager was Dusty Baker for the Astros. Best manager in the NL was Dave Roberts. The top pitcher, the Cy Young in the AL, was Justin Verlander, and obviously we got no votes for anything there. In the NL, it was Walker Buehler. MVP in the AL was Francisco Lindor, and Devers got a vote, it would look like, he got a point, which is great, and that's pretty much that. And in the NL, the MVP, no surprise, Cody Bellinger. And that is that. Penn Professional Baseball League, the league in Japan, posted 4 players. I don't think I'm really going to be in the running for any of them. Maybe this guy, because he has a lot of defensive versatility. It seems like he wants to be in the starting lineup. I don't think I can do that for him. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in the running for any of these guys. I don't really think I need any of them. And I also don't want to pay $12 million posting fee for this guy either. So that is that. So we are slowly but surely getting our personnel together. You see that we just have to fill a few more spots. I need a pitching coach at DSL 1. Okay. So I suppose that we can give it to not a lot of options here that want to come here, which is not good. I suppose we can do, why not? We'll do this one. Dan Carlson. Okay, cool. So I think we should be able to fill these personnel slots pretty soon, so I will come back when free agency starts. Okay, so the free agents have filed. It is Tuesday, November 17th. Take a look at front office. I think we have almost everything filled out. Yeah, we do. So we only have to get the manager for Portland, and I have the offer out to him, and I think he'll accept it. So if you take a look, basically, for hitting coach, I really just looked for contact or patience kind of guys. For pitching, I wasn't really too picky or choosy. If there was a neutral guy that I liked, I would go him. Otherwise, I'm not really too concerned. Managers, wasn't too concerned either. Small ball, conventional, tactician, sabermetric, whatever. I was kind of fine with the ones that I got. Mainly, I looked at their development influence and their relationships. That's mainly the dev influence. And if they work well with young players, that's mainly what I look for in a manager as well. If they are sabermetric, that is a plus, but it is what it is. I don't like to get any temperamental guys either. I usually like normal, easygoing, or personable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got our new Major League pitching coach. It is Darren Balsley, who is signed on through 2022. And yeah, so we just need the manager for Portland. But the free agents filed. If we go to Mail and News, we have international free agents that entered the market. This is my favorite part. They are all out of Taiwan, which is a little odd. That normally doesn't happen, but okay. So is there anybody here? This Jen Tadi guy might be a good reliever. So maybe we'll take a look at him. He wants $10 million, not for that much money. Is there anybody else here that we should take a look at? This is not a very good international class, it looks like. Oh my goodness, this guy has some potential at least. The Braves already signed him. Okay. How is that possible? All right, well, yeah, this is not a very good international class. I don't know why they're all out of Taiwan. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. But the free agents filed here, some of the top names: Semien, Stroman, LeMahieu, Hernandez, Bauer, Odorizzi. There's JD, Kluber, Paxton, Ozuna. So we'll take a look at the free agents. But before we do that, let's go and figure out our lineups. This is something I like to do. We want to clear all the depth charts. This is something I like to do before I go into free agency, just to see what I have. So Vasquez obviously will be our starting catcher. We're going to have Jeter Downs as our starting second baseman next year. Devers will slide in as our starting third baseman. Benintendi will be our starting left fielder. Can he play center? Not a lot of range. Don't really like that. Does Verdugo have any range? Verdugo can probably play a solid center field, so we'll probably have Verdugo in center, and then we're going to put Kirilloff in right. So going into this, we do need a first baseman, we need a shortstop, and we need a DH. Now, was there anybody at AAA that I needed to call up that would have been ready to do any of that? Not Dahlbeck, not Akami. None of these guys are really quite ready yet, it would seem. Yeah, no, I don't really have anybody that's ready in the... Oh, tell me that didn't renew. Oh, no. Whoops. Okay. Well, that's a shame. So, I completely forgot about Castillo. Can I release him? This will add 13... I mean, whatever. It gets him off the roster. I don't care. All right, in any case, so we'll take a look at lineups. We should probably try to get some right-handers in here because we have a lot of lefties. So if I was going to make this lineup, I'd probably want Devers to do that. Downs, he's fine just being a bench player right now. I kind of want him to start, though. I don't want him to lead off. I don't think that would be good for him. So we should probably get some righties in here. I think that would probably be a good thing to do because we have 4 lefties right now. That was the one positive about Bogarts. He was a righty, so he could kind of break some of this up. Right now, that's not really a possibility. I mean, I would not mind having Devers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pitching-wise, we need some actual bullpen pieces. The starting rotation is what it is. This is probably what it's going to be. So, yeah, we're going to definitely get some of these relievers out. So, we need to... Josh Taylor, we're going to get someone new in place of him. We're going to replace probably Hernandez. So we need some bullpen pieces. So let's get that going. We'll take a look at the free agents. I think there's one shortstop that I was looking at if it wasn't Galvis. But let's go to all players. And the big piece is Ken Giles. Now, I saw Liam Hendricks. He's a guy that I would not mind bringing in. I see the Phillies were not able to re-sign Real Muto, which is not too surprising. I'm not going to sign him, but... Oh, wow. Okay. That is a lot less than what it would have taken in my Phillies franchise. He wanted like $30 million a year. Okay. Well, that's a little more realistic, I would say. I'm not going to sign him, but that is interesting. I'm glad that got fixed. So Hendricks is a guy that I was looking at. He's 31 years old. I mean, I guess we could bring Mookie back. We could bring Mookie back. No, I'm not going to do that, though. Yeah, I'm really just looking at relievers right now. So, I don't know. I imagine Giles has to be compensation. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. Is he? I don't know. I actually probably should have clicked on his name. Is he compensation? I don't know if he is. No compensation. So this is a guy I would not mind bringing in. He's probably outspoken. I'd rather not have that. Liam Hendriks is a guy I think I would really want to bring in. I mean, he just won the Reliever of the Year award. Financial stability is all he asked for. No compensation. We're going to try to bring in Liam Hendriks into Boston. He's a fly ball pitcher, but I think I'll be fine with that. I see Kirby Yates down there too. He's another guy I'd want to bring in. He's 33 years old. But we're going to start with Liam Hendriks. So we'd like to probably get 2 of these guys, and I'm fine because you see we have so much money. At 31 years old, he's about to be 32. I'm fine with this. If we can make that a team option, that'd be even better. With I'll do like a $500,000 buyout. $850, that's fine. I mean, if that's what he wants, that's fine. So we'll try to get Liam Hendriks in here. And then I did see Kirby Yates. Or should we? Fly ball pitcher, he lacks drive, so nope. I really am concerned about their personalities. That is something that I really do take into account. Kirby Yates doesn't demand a lot of attention. It often goes unnoticed. Like, see, that's a guy that I kind of like to bring in. He struck out 92 guys, walked 19. He was a 3-win player. Yeah, okay. So Yates is another guy that I would like to bring in. I know he probably expects to be the closer, but I know a way to get around that. So he wants a 4-year deal of $9 million. Once again, I'll give him a 3-year deal. Maybe I'll give him $11 million this year and front load it. I mean, I could probably give him $12 million this year, or even 13. That way I can kind of pay less as the years go on. So he wants an average annual salary of $9 million. I have him at 8.6 right now with a 3rd-year player option, which if that's what it takes, I'm fine with that, and that's fine. So we're going to front load the heck out of that contract and then just pay less later, which I'm pretty happy about. So if we get Yates and Hendriks, I think that would be really, really good. Andrelton Simmons is the shortstop that I was looking at, member of the rank and file. Really, really good defensively, and I think that would really help our pitching staff as well. Not good offensively. I'd be interested to see what he's looking for in terms of a contract. If it's similar to Galvis, then I'll just bite the bullet and sign Galvis. I mean, we have the money, so yeah, So he wants a front-loaded contract too. So if he would take maybe, I don't know. At that point, I think I'd rather just have Galvis. I could probably just give him a similar deal. So we're going to try to get Galvis back here. He's an Iron Man too. Super durable. Oh, look at that. His asking price went down, which is good. So now he doesn't want 7 years at, 7.5. Now he only wants 6 at 6. So I would do like a 4-year deal, giving him like $9 million in 2021, maybe $8 million or $7 million in 2022, and then knock one off here. So that's more than his average annual value that he's asking for. It's not as much term as he wants, but he's getting more money. He's 31. He just turned 31. So would he take this one out of curiosity? Okay, cool. So I'm glad we waited on Galvis. So we'll get him back to be our starting shortstop. So now we need a first baseman and a DH. So I could get LeMahieu to play first base. He has compensation. I really don't want to do that. I might explore the trade market for something like that. So we have our captain, though, which is good. There's Jackie Bradley Jr., so the Twins did not want to keep him. So I don't really know. We do need a backup catcher, I suppose. But we're not going to sign him here. I mean, does Flowers want to be in the starting lineup? Yeah, so we're not going to sign him because he wants to be in the starting lineup. And I don't. Oh, Brad Hand. This is a guy that I was looking at trading for before. But we do have Hader, who's already a lefty. So if we get Hendriks and Yates, I think that would probably, because you figure we get Hendriks and Yates, then we have Hader, Hendriks, Yates. We have Chafin, Brewer. So that's 5 guys right there. We'd have Brazier and Hembree, so that's 7. So that would pretty much be our bullpen. That's a big upgrade over what we had a year ago. So now at that point, we're going to bring back Galvis too. So at that point, we need a first baseman and a DH. So let's take a look. I'd be interested to see what the trading block looks like. Not a lot of options. So Fowler, there's Austin Nola. If he wants to be a bench player, I would not mind bringing him in. Yeah, he wants to be a bench player. Actually, I might try to trade for Austin Nola because he has some defensive versatility. He can kind of play a lot of different places. So what would they want for him? Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. So yeah, we're going to bring in Austin Nola just as a bench piece. I think that's good. He brings in a lot of versatility to our bench. He can even be a backup catcher as well. I'd probably like to sign like another catcher. That way Nola can just focus on, yeah, because he's not the best backup catcher, but I think his defensive ratings aren't, yeah, they're pretty solid. He can play in the outfield too. So I think that's a good depth piece right there. I kind of like him a little more than Zhu Wei Lin. So we do have a depth outfielder in this guy, so which is good. I don't really know how I want to go about getting a first baseman and a DH. We'll take a look here at free agents. So I guess we'll just look at who's available first base wise. So could get Real Muto. I don't really think that's. Yeah, I mean he's never. Yeah, that's. Yeah, no. That would be cool though, right? Could you imagine Real Muto playing first base? That would be nice, but we're not going to do that. Derek Dietrich, maybe. No compensation. He had a 751 OPS last year. How is he defensively in the infield? He's not terrible. I'd like it to be a little better. So, all right, I'm going to cut out right now. Because I don't want to stay here for too long. I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find a good first baseman and a good DH, and if I find one, then I will be back. All right, so it is December 13th. It is the Rule 5 draft. I have not gotten all my free agent signings done, but we do have a few that I can talk about. We did get Kirby Yates. We did get Liam Hendricks, so that will definitely beef up our bullpen, which is already looking a lot better than it did last year. Now we have Hendricks, Yates, and Hader. That will be in our stopper roles, Chafin and Brewer as our setup guys, and then we can have Hernandez and Brazier as middle relief, Hembry as long relief. I might just release Eovaldi. I don't know at this point. I kind of just want him to not be here anymore, which would be great, but I don't know. We'll see. In terms of the lineups, we did sign Marcell Ozuna to be our DH. It was a 5-year deal, $72.5 million, but you can see that the salary for this year is $28.5 million. As I said, I have the ability to front-load contracts, which is what I wanted to do this year, because you take a look at the contract. After this year, it'll be real easy for me to get out of this if I want to. He did get a qualifying offer, so we are going to lose a third-round draft pick for signing him. But you see, after this year, it's only $12 million in 2022 and 2023, and $10 million in 2024 and 2025. It just he was what I could tell was the best option for my team at this point. I looked through trades and other free agents, and I think Ozuna made the most sense. I thought long and hard about Mookie Betts. I had the contract screen up. I did not think it made sense. You know, we finally have a lot of money to spend, and in the end, he ended up going to St. Louis for $32 million a year for 5 years, with a player opted after the third. I really thought hard about it because I really don't agree with how or why he was traded from the Red Sox in real life, but I decided not to bring him back to Boston. But we ended up getting Ozuna, and I'm confident in Ozuna. You take a look at his ratings; they're pretty good all around the board. He can hit for power. He has a good eye at the plate. He won't strike out a ton. He's a little better against lefties than righties naturally, and he can also play a pretty respectable defense in the outfield. He can play solid left field. I could probably put him in right field too, if I really needed to. He's definitely a lot better than Martinez was, so if I need to put him in the outfield when we play against an NL team on the road, I can do that if I need to, which is nice. So that's that. We're still waiting to get a first baseman. We're still waiting to get a shortstop. I'm not trading for them. I have free agent offers out, so I will tell you guys about that when we actually do sign them. But as of right now, I think the team is looking better. The lineup as it is right now, it's not going to really change too much when we get the other two guys. We do have some power. Obviously, Benintendi, he has the power to, I'd say, hit, maybe 20 out. I think that is realistic. Verdugo obviously has some power too. Maybe a guy that can hit maybe 15 to 20. He's obviously more of a contact guy. Kirilloff has some power. He could probably hit 20, maybe 25 in a full season. We'll see. Ozuna has a lot of power. Devers, he hit 32 last year. Vasquez seems like a guy who can hit 15 to 20. And Jeter Downs, not a ton of power, but I think he should be all right. This is obviously not going to be the batting order when the season starts, but yeah, that'll be that. And then our pitching rotation, I'm pretty confident with Sale, McHugh, Deplanier, Smeltzer, and Thorpe. But as I said, we're at the Rule 5 draft. And for those of you that don't know what the Rule 5 draft is, it's basically a way for some players to get out of a organization's minor league system. I think that's the best way to put it. So if you are signed at 18 years of age or younger, you need to be put on your 40-man roster for your club. So if we go here, you need to be put on your 40-man roster within 5 years, or you're eligible for the Rule 5 draft. And if you're signed at 19 or older, you need to be protected on the 40-man roster within 4 seasons, or you're eligible. Now, I don't think that there's anybody I really need to put on here. I was looking at the Rule 5 draft pool, and there wasn't really, if I go to all players, there's some players that I might want to get, but I did not see anybody notable that I should have to worry about getting taken, which is good. So basically it gives guys like this, guys that maybe deserve a spot in, on a major league team, it gives them a shot to kind of prove it, because maybe for whatever reason their parent organization has not yet given them that opportunity. So it allows some teams to kind of take a look around and maybe try to find some value, which is pretty cool. I see a couple guys like this. Miguel Amaya guy might be good for us as a backup catcher. It's a guy that I might like to try to get. But you can always, especially if you're a really bad team, if you're trying to rebuild, this is a place where you can kind of try to get some value. Maybe not necessarily, future cornerstone, but someone that can play pretty good for you. Maybe you could trade somewhere down the line or something like that. But I don't think there's anybody that I need to protect. I hope that there's not. So we are going to start the draft. See, we have the 25th pick in the draft. So I'm not too concerned. I did see somebody. So Bobby Dahlbeck, you see like a guy like a Bobby Dahlbeck is in here, but I don't think there's going to be a team that'll take a chance on him. So I'm not too super concerned. I don't think there's anybody else that I really need to worry about. Ryder Jones, I get maybe someone might take a chance on him. So I'll be safe, and I will put Ryder Jones on the 40-man just because I do have some room. So I'll be safe. And there we go. And I think that's really all I need to worry about. I'll take a look again at my AAA team. I don't think that Vladimir Gutierrez is going to get selected. I really, really doubt it. I think that's basically all I need to worry about is like Ryder Jones. I'm not too concerned about other guys getting selected. So let's get into it. If someone does, then it's my fault. I probably should have paid a little more attention, but I don't think anybody will that I'm too concerned about. So let's go into the next pick by Boston. And now not every team has to pick in this draft, which is different. Oh, we lost somebody. Oh, okay, Josh Akemi. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about losing him. I had him in a couple trade packages that never went through. When I was looking for a first baseman, a shortstop, a DH. So I'm not too concerned about losing him. But basically how it works is if you select somebody in this Rule 5 draft, you have to keep them on your Major League roster for the entire season, or you have to offer them back to their original organization if you want them not to be on your Major League team anymore. So we lost Akemi, which is fine. So we'll go back to the Rule 5 draft. As I said, you don't need to make a pick. You can make as many picks as you want, but you don't have to make a pick. If you don't make a pick in the first round, then that's your chance. But if you make a pick in the first round, you can make a pick in the second round, and the draft goes on until people don't want to pick anymore. So we'll take a look here at if anybody picked somebody. So you see, like, you can tell people skip. So the Mets got that guy I was looking at. Man, that's a shame. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8 players that have been selected so far. I'll take a look. I don't really know if there's anybody that I'm going to be super interested in. A backup catcher is kind of nice to get from these kinds of drafts. I'd like his ability to be a little more. So maybe not a guy like that. You can usually find like some good depth pieces for sure. So I'm looking at all players. Maybe somebody like I don't know. I don't think, we already have a backup outfielder. I don't think I'm going to get Jaron Kendall. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't really see anybody that I would really like, per se. Mainly in this, I kind of like to look for guys that are good defensively, that have some versatility. I think I already looked at this guy. Whoops. So I'm not really seeing a ton of guys that I would like to pull the trigger on. Yeah, it's probably just skip my pick. I mean, I'll take a look at the catchers just to see if there's anybody worth my time. There's got to be one guy here. So this is a guy from the Phillies, Rodolfo Duran, one of their better prospects. I don't think I'm going to take him. I'm like somebody that if I'm going to get a catcher in here, I want them to be super good defensively. If they're going to be my backup, should be able to find one. Oh, Connor Wong is in there. He won't get selected though. I mean, so many teams have already selected and skipped selection, so that won't be an issue. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end up signing a backup catcher because I don't really see anybody. I mean, maybe Christian Betancourt. No. Nope. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to skip our Cabral. He's had 27 games at Double-A. He was a positive win player last year between two levels. He was about a 2-win player. I don't think I want him on my Major League roster next year, though. So that's it. We're just going to... no thanks. We're just going to skip the draft here. Do I just have to auto-draft the complete draft? Yeah, okay. So there's not really anybody that I wanted. So I will move up again, and then... Homer Bailey and Gio Gonzalez are in. How about that? So I'm going to simulate up again until we get our first baseman and our shortstop, and that's probably where we will stop. So I will keep simming ahead, and when we have news, I will come back. All right, we are back. It did not take very long. It's December 18th, so we got our first baseman and our shortstop. Our first baseman, Ehire Adrianza, is the guy that we signed. He has some defensive versatility. We're going to put him at first. I think he could probably play a solid first base. Last year at the Twins, a 757 OPS in 158 games. He was a 3-win player, and I think he was pretty good defensively. Yeah, he put a positive zone rating at second base, and that's basically the position he played all season long. So I think he can probably do well at first base as well. We signed him to a 2-year deal. This year he'll be making $5.8 million. Next year he'll be making $4.8 million. I'm kind of expecting Tristan Casas or Bobby Dahlbeck to be able to come up pretty soon to play first base, so he's kind of just a stopgap solution. Then for shortstop, we did bring back our captain, Freddie Galvis. Got a 4-year deal for $27 million, and we front-loaded his contract too. $9 million this year, $7 million in 2022, $6 million in 2023, $5 million in 2024. He is an Iron Man, which is good. Super durable. So taking a look now at the pitching staff, it's pretty much all set. I don't think I'm going to bring in any more pitchers. I think we're pretty much fine with that. In terms of lineups, you can see that it's pretty much set. I mean, we're going to have to get in some backups and depth guys. I mean, we already have a couple, but you see at catcher we'll have Vasquez, first base, Adrianza, second base we'll have Jeter Downs, who will have the entire season to himself. Third baseman Devers, shortstop Freddie Galvis, Benintendi will be in left, Verdugo center, Kirilloff in right, and Ozuna will be the DH. So if I was going to set up this lineup, I would probably, I don't quite know how I would want to do this. I might have, because I kind of like Devers in that 2 hole. I don't really think that I need. Jeter Downs at the top of the lineup right now at this point. So it would be nice to kind of have him. I mean, he has a good eye. I feel like he could probably get on base. I mean, it would be nice if I could kind of do something like a Jeter Downs, then a Devers, then maybe like Ozuna, or maybe then kind of like Verdugo, and then like Ozuna, and then Kirilloff, and then Vasquez, because Benintendi just wants to be in the starting lineup. So, I mean, Vasquez really came on offensively last year, which was nice. So, I'm going to have 2 lefties together regardless. That's just the way it's going to be, I think. But I think I kind of had them split up well enough. It just, it's all my lefties are like pretty good offensively, so I can't just put them too far down. So honestly, I would like to kind of keep Benintendi in front of Vasquez, but Yeah, it would probably be something like this. I mean, I don't think I would bat Jeter Downs leadoff, at least not to start the year, even though he does have a good eye. It depends how he develops, so I have to wait to see how he develops. If he gets a little better over the offseason, maybe I can, but it'll probably be something like this, something similar. And then pitching-wise, obviously we have Sale, McHugh, Deplanier, Smeltzer, Thorpe, and bullpen, Hendricks, Yates, Hader, Chafin, Brewer, Hernandez, Brazier, Hembry, and then we have to figure out what to do with Eovaldi. Don't know what I'm going to do, but that'll be that. This video has gone on for a long time, I believe. The record time is 2 hours and 5 minutes. I don't know how long the actual video will be, but thank you for watching. The next episode, we will get kind of up through spring training. We'll probably start the simulation in April. I'll do most of the rest of the stuff off camera, like getting all my minor league guys that I want to get, getting some depth signings that I want to get. But yeah, this was a productive episode. We have officially filled every spot in our minor league system with coaches. We have set our scouting budget, development budget, and our ticket prices. And so far we're projected to sell 21,400 season tickets, which would be an increase over last year. So we would make a little bit more, and we still have $35.4 million in budget room if we want to make a big move sometime this year. I don't think we will. I can't imagine what I would need to do. But anyway, thank you for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.